be a lot longer and less edited of a video. It's pretty much just going to be the clips edited up that we've just recorded with some cutouts because Jesse says some things he shouldn't sometimes. Okay. Um, first of all, the first thing you guys are going to see are these new goofy ass avatars I made for me and my friends. We're going to be reading Am I the
And the
Asshole
fellows,
stories. Yeah, the fellows, the fellows. We're going to be reading Am I the Asshole stories from Reddit. Also, if some of us are being really quiet, it's because it's really fucking late at night while we're recording this. So if the audio is
it's 1 a.m.
it's at 1 a.m. Not actually, it's like 10, but mine and my brother's family go to bed really early.
Off at
They're
1 in the
studio
morning.
boys.
You really want to know this life? Never boring.
Okay, let's start.
So you brought me out of my cave to read a Reddit story.
Yeah, but we have to like argue with each other and figure out who's the asshole in these stories. Okay, I'm gonna
thought Reddit.
What?
I thought Reddit was only used for death videos and porn.
No,
What?
no, no. There was the 50-50 challenge, and then this, and there was a bunch of other things. So
Oh my fuck.
we're gonna start this out.
The
By
50-50
reading,
challenge, we're trying to go crazy.
Am I the asshole for not following my husband's family tradition? What are you guys thinking just by that
Okay.
title?
So, my first initial question, is this male to male, female to male, trans to male? What kind of relationship are we dealing with?
My 28 female, that's her.
Okay, it's a female. Okay, no.
I'm also gonna say she's not the asshole because this might be like some really weird thing.
It's like family gooning sesh at 9 a.m.
My husband comes from a very traditional family. While we disagree with his family on many things, it has never really been an issue until now. I'm currently 8 months pregnant, and my husband and I couldn't be happier as we've been
Damn.
trying for a while. Since I first found out I was pregnant, we've been discussing names for our child. Gotta clear my throat, my bad. In my husband's family, the tradition wants the child to be named after his grandfather. Basically, firstborn men in his family only have one of two names, James or Henry. My husband.
What kind of
okay.
James and Henry?
James kind of fire, but if that fucker's named Henry, she's not the asshole. If it's James, she is.
I don't like either of those names. They're both so mid.
My husband's
Definitely
grandfather
white.
was James, so his name is
I can
James
tell what
too.
race they are.
My husband's father is called Henry, so our child should be too, and so forth on. But my husband didn't really feel like calling. Oh, sorry. But my husband and I didn't really feel like calling our child Henry. And although it's a beautiful way to honor family members, we really wanted our child to have a name that would be personal, that would truly be his. So we chose another name and decided to
Wait. So the husband's not even mad. Why would you post this? The husband's not even mad.
I'm a little confused.
Husband's family's tradition. It said, "Am I the asshole for not following my husband's family's tradition?"
It's just family.
No.
It doesn't say
It's just his family tradition.
Dude,
the husband's family tradition.
did his family stick their dick in you? No. So no. You're not the asshole.
For fuck's sakes.
You're carrying the baby, not them. You got railed. That's your baby. You can name it John Quavius for all I care.
So we chose another name and decided to wait until after the birth to reveal it to anybody. This week, my mother-in-law came to visit us and help us set up for the baby. She brought us some presents, amongst which was a bunch of clothes, and she had hand embroidered the name Henry.
Oh. Damn.
Oh, she's getting a little ahead of herself here.
Yeah.
I guess she picked the middle name for you.
I said it was nice and thanked her for it, but told her that we aren't naming our child Henry, and we had already told her in the past. She started insisting in saying that it was a tradition, so it had to be that way. I explained to her that we'd rather give our child a name that we chose and that Henry could be his middle name. She immediately went to my husband and started saying things like, "You're not going to let her do that to our family," and making it very dramatic, saying that I was breaking a tradition that went back
He's the
hundreds
asshole.
of years.
The stepmother's the asshole. Or the
Honestly,
mother-in-law is the asshole.
Mother-in-law.
honestly,
Yeah,
not
she
sure
sounds like a
which to
bitch.
put in brackets. my husband tried to explain
Oh
that we
wait,
both
Luke,
agreed on the name.
you're not sure this mother-in-law's the asshole.
No, motherfucker,
No,
our
he's
reasons in
reading, you
brackets are honestly
dumbass.
not sure about that.
Sorry.
My husband tried to explain that
Hey,
we both
retard.
agreed on the name and all the reasons why we made that choice, but she wouldn't listen. She suggested that we name him Henry on paper as his legal name and then called him something else. This is like that Jack Black scenario with the family names tradition where his name actually isn't Jack. I don't remember what it
That's
was.
so
Mhm.
fucking stupid.
It was like Thomas or some shit.
Yeah, I
That,
think it is Thomas
that's
actually.
so dumb. What the
Yeah.
fuck do you mean on paper? Let's name him this, but call him.
No, this is
Bro,
actually a thing that like a lot of people
dude,
do.
Yeah.
Like
he didn't even get the choice to be trans. He just got fucking shoved into it.
Okay, Jesse, what are you
He
talking
didn't.
about?
Well, they changed their names, dude. He
oh my god.
bro, you're
Jesse,
getting
you're
Okay,
confused.
done
Stop getting
talking. You're
along.
let
done
me keep
talking.
reading for fuck's sakes. But I thought that would be confusing for him and told her that he would be named what
See?
we chose, standing on business. She kept begging my husband and saying that I was ruining her family tradition, and at one point I lost it, which is partially to blame on the hormones, I think, and told her that it was our
God, I
child,
wish I had that out.
that it was our child, so we did what we wanted, and we didn't have to follow a stupid tradition. She stormed out, and my husband has since received texts from his father and sister accusing me of making his mother physically bad circumstances that I don't really remember. I get the importance of tradition, and it can be a really beautiful thing, but also I feel like it shouldn't be an obligation, and it's okay to change things. We won't change our baby's name because we are really set on that, but maybe we were wrong for not following the tradition. I'm not entirely sure, and I'm mentally exhausted of
No,
all this drama.
this is the most obvious fucking answer ever, dude. She's not
Mm-hmm.
the asshole. The stepmother.
Yeah.
They're the mother-in-law.
I feel like the stepmom is the asshole, or not the stepmom, fuck, sorry. The
She is for
mother-in-law
sure.
is the asshole because she's trying to force the
Like,
tradition on them instead of like asking.
there's no question.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be
I
like,
mean,
hey, do you
like
want to
they're
continue
even
the tradition? Or like, no, she
they're
was like,
even meeting in the middle
yeah.
by putting it as their middle name, but like she's just not budging.
I feel like
Yeah,
the
she
middle name would
offered the
have been
middle
fine.
name, and she was still like, "Nah, fuck that noise."
And still, even the middle name's like a big deal. Like that's on paper as well. Like I understand it's
Mm-hmm.
not the first
Middle name's a
name.
big deal, bro. So, like, they're gonna live with that middle name, assuming they don't like, I don't become blue-haired liberals. They're gonna live that middle name their whole life. Like, you ain't gonna like. Could you imagine like your middle name like shitfuck? You just gotta hold that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like middle name's important too.
Also, there's a edit here that she left. I've seen many comments mentioning they saw similar stories in the past, but I'd like to clarify those weren't mine. All of those events happened 2 days ago, but it's crazy to see how many families have similar traditions. I really thought
How
this
is
was
this
a rare
a
thing.
common thing?
No, it is a
It's
common
just
thing.
How?
Like there's actually plenty. Like
yeah,
there's
Jesse, you live too deep in your cave.
yeah, you live deep
Oh
in your
my!
cave, pal.
I gotta go back to the cave, bro. Yeah, y'all are fucking tweakers. How the fuck are you? How?
I just realized my email was on my screen, by the way, too. So I'm gonna have to blur that
Luke
out.
doxing? Luke doxing?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to blur that out. Um.
It's doxing yourself.
Anyways, that's the first
Guys,
story.
yeah,
Are we?
to everyone listening, Luke's address is one.
Bro actually leaks the address.
You're such a fucking asshole. I'm blurring all of that. That was my actual fucking address, by the way.
I'm gonna comment it on the channel.
Anyways,
I'm gonna post.
so we're all in agreement that the mother-in-law is the asshole here.
Okay,
Yeah, there it
Jesse's
is.
the asshole. Bro's doxing us.
No.
Okay,
Screw the mother-in-law. Jesse's the asshole.
2 is, am I the asshole for making a dad joke?
Uh,
I don't-
I have dementia.
Okay, so
Okay, my opinion, I don't think. I think they would be the asshole for making a dad joke, because dad jokes fucking suck and make me want to kill myself. But the regional perspective, probably not.
What about racist jokes? Sorry.
Those aren't dad jokes.
my stepdaughter, I'm gonna say that's Madeline, was about a year old when I
That
married
is
her
metal.
mother, Jessica. Madeline's father died before she was
Oh,
born.
oh shit! I'm in the story.
What do you
Madeline,
mean I'm in this story?
Madeline is
Jessica,
God fucking.
literally my name.
Madeline is literally 15 and she's rebelling for almost everything. She did something bad, so while picking her up, I set a punishment up for her. Then she said, "You're
Madeline's
not
so
my
hot.
dad. I don't have to follow you." Honestly, I got a bit hurt from that, but I understand that she didn't mean it and that she'd probably change. I just replied, "I'm still your legal guardian for the next 3 years, and as long as you're in my house, you have to follow my rules." Putting his foot down, okay? That all happened about 2 days ago. So our family was going grocery shopping when Madeline said, "I'm hungry. I need food." Okay, like every 15-year-old just says that. Like you could
I
just
need
suddenly like
food.
you could just suddenly
I
say
Father,
like, "Oh,
need
I'm
it.
hungry."
father,
You're in the grocery
father, I
store.
am hungry. I am in need of nutrients.
No, no, no. Now remember, she said that he's
I
not
am
her
in need
dad.
of
Remember that.
sustenance.
Just remember
Sorry,
that.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
it says my
Parental guardian.
stepdaughter
Sorry,
Madeline.
hold on. Guardian. I require nutrients. I am hungry.
I decided to be extremely
I need
cheeky and say,
sustenance.
"Hi,
I
hungry.
need
I'm not your dad."
That's so tragic. That's
Dude,
so
I love the
foul.
dad. No,
That's
there's
so
no dementia for the
foul.
dad. It's the asshole. I love him.
Oh,
Her dad's
Okay.
dead. Her dad's dead. And he goes, "Hi,
oh.
hungry. I'm not your dad."
Okay. My son just started to laugh uncontrollably. My daughter was just quiet with embarrassment, and my wife was berating with me not to stoop down to her level. I honestly thought it was a funny dad joke, and my son agrees, so am I the asshole?
Not the asshole.
I say he. Okay, wait. Read that.
No, don't read the edit. Don't read the edit
Okay,
yet.
okay,
Don't read the
I'm
edit.
not reading the
okay.
edit yet.
I think. I mean, her father's literally dead, and then she's hungry, and he goes, "Hi, hungry.
Wait,
I'm not your dad."
wait. Was it like her dad's dead?
Yeah, her
Her
dad
actual
died.
dad's dead.
Before she was born, she can't even fucking whine about that.
She
She
was like a
wasn't
year
even
old,
alive.
I think. Yeah.
No,
No,
Madeline
no,
was
it
about
says
a year
before she
old
was
when I
born.
no.
She
met
can't even
her.
whine about that.
Yeah,
No, it says
Oh yeah, no,
Madeline's father
before she
died
was born.
before she was born.
But no,
but
She can't even
saying
fucking
that
whine
still,
was
about
like a tough thing.
yeah,
it. Bro, boo hoo! You didn't even know the guy.
Still though, it's the fact that you didn't get to know the guy that hurts.
yeah.
Nah, this guy. Nah, he's not the asshole.
Also,
That's just a sick dad joke. That was a sick.
no, I feel like the dad's kind of the asshole here.
I
You're out of your
feel
fucking mind.
I feel the daughter shouldn't have been such a bitch. Excuse my French, but like he also shouldn't have been such an asshole.
So Cal's going. Everyone sucks.
Yeah,
Luke's going. The dad's the asshole.
I
And
know
I'm
I'm doing the
going.
meat riding, but like,
Everyone sucks. I get it. The dad was just
mhm.
kind of like, it's not even really a dad joke,
No,
honestly.
no,
Oh, sorry.
I'll defend the dad. Fucking look,
It is a dad joke.
the daughter was being like bitchy. Look, if she can't handle what she gives out, tough shit.
Still, he's a grown man and she's a 15-year-old girl. He's got to be a bigger person than that.
Bro, he
Okay,
wasn't.
Anyways,
we got
the
our points
Yeah,
across.
the
let's
edit
To the
banter.
the
movie
edit
Bantering with
basically
him.
says, because I don't want to yap all this out. The edit basically says that he apologized, said that he is really her dad, and he hugged her, and she started to cry. So he assumes that good. So this was 6 years ago. So I'm assuming she's in her 20s now,
21.
and yeah, she's in her
She's
20s now, probably
21.
living her life or in college.
Madeline, if you're watching this, I'm here for you. Hey.
All right, Jesse, you're reading this one.
All right. So, initial thoughts. The title header of this is "Am I the asshole for wanting to go to the funeral of a girl that I helped get addicted to drugs?"
that
Uh,
sounds fucked.
I feel like
Or
I feel like
like,
uh, I don't know. Like I feel
Wait,
like
did he low-key kill her?
Okay, well, first impressions, she probably OD'd, so I'm assuming he had a part in killing her.
Yeah.
So I think he's the asshole, yeah.
Well, okay, well, he's the asshole for that, but is he the asshole for wanting to go? I don't think so. Not the
No,
asshole.
he's I think he's the asshole for getting her addicted to drugs, but that's also her own life, you know? Like,
Okay,
okay, but like, what are we like determining? Like, what he's the asshole for? Are we determining
okay,
if he's the asshole for wanting to go to a funeral of a girl he
okay, whoa,
killed?
boys, let's assume she OD'd, right? Let's say you're the like, you're her parents, right? And you're at her funeral, and then you see, like, the guy who got her addicted to this drug that she OD'd on. You cannot tell me you wouldn't be pissed off at this guy.
sorry,
All right, well,
I needed some water
well,
there.
let me take a let me take a read through.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's not the asshole for wanting to go. He's the asshole for killing her, but
Yeah.
not the asshole.
Okay,
For
okay, we're just assuming. We don't know if she OD'd yet. We don't know
Alright,
if she OD'd yet.
start cooking
Okay.
butter.
So this guy, we're gonna call him Jeremy. Jeremy is 26 years old, and he's been clean from heroin for 3 years.
Congrats.
He's also a self-described piece of shit, and used to deal heroin for a while. He managed to get with a beautiful girl named Marky
Marcy.
of
Marceline from Adventure Time.
when I first started getting into the thick of things. What the fuck is this?
KSI mentioned?
Hey, as I mentioned,
Okay.
she knew who I was, but she said she loved me. I will regret this for the rest of my life, but I was a person who shot up Marky
Markiplier.
Oh, for
Markiplier.
Markiplier. After that, there was no stopping her. She stuck around with me, probably because I was her dealer more than anything. But I got clean and never saw her again for a long time. A year ago, she reached out to me on Facebook Messenger and told me she had been clean for a few months and said she didn't hate me for what happened and she hoped I was still clean. Last week, I got a call from my sister, who we're gonna call
KSI.
Jamie. This is Jamie. I got a call from my sister Jamie, who told me that she saw on Facebook that Marky had OD'd. Oh no, she did OD.
Yeah.
I called it.
And there was a funeral service this upcoming Thursday. I forgot what I named him. Jeremy immediately burst into tears because he felt so much guilt over it. He wants to go to the funeral service for it, but he's afraid that his presence would be unwanted. At the most, he just wants to slip in the back, pay my respects, and leave. I need to do this for myself. Am I the asshole for wanting to go?
Okay, I changed my thought completely. I do not think this guy's the asshole.
He's not the asshole.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no.
I feel like the story is like very, very straightforward. But
Like,
We need one that's like really controversial.
okay,
he
but
started,
long story
like,
short here, there is an update to this one too, by the way. But long
so,
story short, this
boot
guy
up that
dated a girl
update.
while he was addicted to heroin. They broke up. He got clean. She also apparently got clean, but that was a fucking lie. And then she OD'd. Like I can understand the regret that this guy feels because he's the one who got her on the substance,
Yeah.
but it's not his fault. They were not together. Like that's not like it's not like his responsibility to look after her and try to get her to stop doing something that she's addicted to. But they weren't even in contact, so he's definitely not the asshole here.
I mean, he's the asshole for, like, first getting her on heroin, but
Yeah, but that's about it.
she, like, disappeared
Yeah.
and started doing it by herself.
That's different. Hey.
All right, Jesse, you're reading this one.
All right. So, initial thoughts. The title header of this is "Am I the asshole for wanting to go to the funeral of a girl that I helped get addicted to drugs?"
That sounds fucked.
I feel
Or,
like I feel
like,
I don't know. Like I
Wait,
feel like
did he low-key kill her?
okay, well, first impressions, she probably OD'd, so I'm assuming he had a part in killing her.
yeah.
So I think he's the asshole. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, he's the asshole for that, but is he the asshole for wanting to go? I don't think so. Not the
No,
asshole.
he's I think he's the asshole for getting her addicted to drugs, but it's also her own life, you know? Like,
Okay, well,
Okay.
okay, but like, what are we like determining? Like, what he's the asshole for? Are we determining
Okay.
if he's the asshole for wanting to go to a funeral of a girl he
Okay. Whoa,
killed?
boys. Let's assume she OD'd, right? Let's say you're you're her parents, right? And you're at her funeral, and then you see like the guy who got her addicted to this drug that she OD'd on. You cannot tell me you wouldn't be pissed off at this guy.
sorry,
All right, well,
I needed some water
well,
there.
let me take a let me take a read through.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's not the asshole for wanting to go. He's the asshole for killing her, but
Yeah.
not the asshole.
Okay.
For
Okay. We're just assuming. We don't know if she OD'd yet. We don't
Alright.
know if she OD'd yet.
Start cooking
Okay.
butter.
So this guy, we're gonna call him Jeremy. Jeremy is 26 years old, and he's been clean from heroin for 3 years.
Congrats.
He's also a self-described piece of shit, and used to deal heroin for a while. He managed to get with a beautiful girl named Marky
Marcy.
of
Marceline from Adventure Time.
when I first started getting into the thick of things. What the fuck is this?
KSI mentioned?
As I mentioned,
Okay.
she knew who I was, but she said she loved me. I will regret this for the rest of my life, but I was a person who shot up Marky
Markiplier.
Oh, for
Markiplier.
Markiplier. After that, there was no stopping her. She stuck around for me, probably because I was her dealer more than anything. But I got clean and never saw her again for a long time. A year ago, she reached out to me on Facebook Messenger and told me she had been clean for a few months and said she didn't hate me for what happened and she hoped I was still clean. Last week, I got a call from my sister, who we're gonna call, yeah,
KSI.
Jamie. This is Jamie. I got a call from my sister Jamie, who told me that she saw on Facebook that Marky had OD'd. Oh no, she did OD.
Yeah.
I called it.
And there was a funeral service this upcoming Thursday. I forgot what I named him. Jeremy immediately burst into tears because he felt so much guilt over it. He wants to go to the funeral service for her, but he's afraid that his presence would be unwanted. At the most, he just wants to slip in the back, pay my respects, and leave. I need to do this for myself. Am I the asshole for wanting to go?
Okay, I changed my thought completely. I do not think this guy's the asshole.
He's not the asshole.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
So,
no.
I feel like the story is like very, very straightforward. But
Like,
We need one that's like really controversial.
okay, but
he
long
started,
story
like,
short here, there is an update to this one too, by the way. But long
so,
story short, this
boot
guy
up that
dated a girl
update.
while he was addicted to heroin. They broke up. He got clean. She also apparently got clean, but that was a fucking lie. And then she OD'd. Like I can understand the regret that this guy feels because he's the one who got her on the substance,
Yeah.
but it's not his fault. They were not together. Like that's not like it's not like his responsibility to look after her and try to get her to stop doing something
Hmm.
that she's addicted to. Okay,
Who's reading this one?
here's the update.
Fuck. Sorry. It's,
I can read this one.
okay.
Yeah, Jesse sounds like he's slurring
Okay.
over his words a little too much.
I want to sincerely thank everyone who commented. Everyone's comments were appreciated,
Speaking.
including the
Jeremy wants to say.
Jesse,
Oh, okay.
I think
Since
Luke
I received
will
some great
take over.
advice on my original post, I feel like I had an obligation to update, and I'm trying to follow through on all aspects of my life, even internet ones. The funeral service was held this past Thursday. Before then, I brought all the advice I'd received online and brought it to the real world and talked to both my therapist and sponsor. What the fuck? He's sponsored?
I think that's like his
Jesse, a sponsor. A sponsor is like, yeah, a person who is like been sober for a long time and they can like vouch for you and like they make sure you don't
I could be a
you
good.
don't do your stuff.
Yeah.
My sponsor was straight with me. Oh, okay. And told me that I would be putting myself in danger and going. And when Thursday rolled around, I was a mess. I seriously considered just going to the funeral or using again, but instead I grabbed my dog and we went on a road trip. Oh, well,
They went to the beach house.
Cute
Just
that's
the
a
two
nice.
of us. I'm doing okay this week, but obviously I'm still not doing great. I haven't reached out to any of Marcy's family, and I don't plan to. I understand now how devastating that would be. That's it. Take care, everyone. I'm really glad he didn't reach out to Marcy's family because that is like the worst thing. Like when you lose somebody, the last thing you want to hear is from fucking everybody else. Just
And
let people
and the first thing you want is Folgers in your cup.
That's true.
The
That's
best
facts.
part of waking up is Folgers in your cup.
We're not
All
sponsored,
right,
so bleep that out.
I am sponsored. This video is sponsored by Gamer Subs again.
Yeah,
Well,
mommy milk.
I'm glad he
Like,
decided to do something more positive with his life.
All right, well, enough of all this
uh,
nappy shit. Time for a real juicy one. So, am I the asshole for telling my extended family how many men, roughly, my sister has slept with after she outed our youngest brother as a virgin? And there's some thoughts.
Ooh.
um, well, she was outing her younger brother for being a virgin, and she's a hoe.
I feel like I feel like that's a bit of an overstep. Like neither of them should have said
Does
it.
does
But
bro
like I
keep track? Does he count? Like, how does he
what?
know?
I feel like this is some family drama I'd want to
Does
stay out of, so I
bro
don't
keep
have an
track?
opinion.
He just sees
Does bro count?
he just sees different men walking into a room and he's like, that's another one.
Yeah, he's got a notepad for this shit.
He marks it on the notepad.
Uh,
That's 42.
42 just today.
okay, wait.
Okay. I'm saying that like neither of them. Well, they're either both the asshole. I think they're both the asshole, but like, uh, the guy speaking is the bigger asshole. Like the
OP.
sister,
Do you guys want me to read
the
this one?
sister shouldn't have. No, I can do it.
I want
Don't
to do this
matter.
one. I want to do this one.
Okay.
I feel like
Just let me get my initial thoughts out, bro. Let me get my initial thoughts out. I think just based on the title, uh, I think everyone sucks. However, the person in the like the person writing this is the bigger asshole because like I call like you and Cal virgins on the daily, and only one of
But
those are true. You guys at
but
home can
I
pick out which
think
one
I
is.
th- I think
Shut
the
up.
sister might have
Shut
dropped
up.
it to the whole extended family though.
yeah,
Like,
I feel
oh
like
yeah,
Cal,
our
well,
younger brother here is a
Cal,
virgin.
the way that I would go up to your extended family, hold you up like a prize, and say this guy's a virgin.
Yeah, but Jesse, we're just different breeds. You gotta remember that.
Okay, but I think there's a difference between like me going up to Luke and saying, "Hey everyone, he's a virgin," and Luke going up to like a woman and be like, "She is a fucking whore who will sleep with whose pussy's loose." Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a line was crossed there.
we're never getting
That's I think
monetized. You know that we're never getting monetized, literally ever.
No, no,
uh,
Jesse can't keep his mouth shut with all these cuss words.
well
Like,
okay
this is supposed to be a Christian Minecraft server.
well my initial thoughts is that they're both assholes, but the guy writing it is the bigger asshole. Continue.
We're gonna have to start bleeping out Jesse if we want to, like, eventually make it far in this YouTube world.
No, they'll love me.
Yeah,
We'll have
YouTube won't love you.
we'll have like a compilation clip of all the times I had to get censored.
Okay, we had a family dinner this evening. My family has 4 kids in total. Me, my elder sister, 29 female, younger sister,
Can you
24.
please stop that voice? It's gonna
Okay.
scare everyone away.
And my
In a
youngest brother,
world.
22 men. Extended family attended our family dinner, so all of our significant others, cousins, aunts, and uncles, etc. During the dinner, my eldest sister and youngest brother got into a mild disagreement. My sister seemed, at least to me, to be coming across as very aggressive out of frustration and losing said argument. The two of them were too absorbed in their argument to realize the rest of us were getting a bit fed up. Eventually, my sister got fed up and said, "Shut up, I'm not going to argue with a 22-year-old virgin." My brother hadn't done any personal attacks
Dad,
up until that point. It was completely unprovoked. I think it might have been the alcohol, as my sister is a mean drunk.
sounds hot.
Jesse, you need to censor yourself.
I need to take a bite of my fucking Pop Tart.
Jesse, just get like a metal pole and take a bite of that. And just like keep chewing on it.
I'm praying for the day Jesse breaks his jaw. Anyway, I immediately told my sister to grow up and that she was making. Sorry, chewing.
Don't fucking speak with Pop Tarts in your mouth. Did you ever get taught like proper respect
No.
at a table?
Was making an embarrassment of herself. She replied by saying everyone knows he's a virgin and she didn't say anything wrong. This annoyed me as my bro definitely has confidence issues and doesn't need to be made fun of like this. So I responded by saying how she slept with well over 100 men while she was in college, and that
What?
since everyone in the family knows this, it's not a big deal, right? Turns out her husband didn't know this amazingly. I genuinely assumed he must have known because he was probably
Hold
pulling
on,
the
hold
fucking
on,
hose
hold,
with his.
hold the fuck on. Hold, everyone stop.
She's the
Well
railroad.
over 104 years. Dude,
She
you've got
is the railroad tracks.
dude, college is 4 years. She had to have been
That's like
sleeping with
max.
25 men a month.
That's like max, by the way. Like 4 years is like max.
She had to have been sleeping with 24. Hold on. I'm busting out the calc.
Oh,
Hold
jeez.
on.
Okay, well, while you calculate, I'm gonna finish the story.
I think
Left
Jesse's
the party
interpreting
angrily
this
saying
wrong.
my sister misled him about her past. Families blaming me for their marital problems. I refused to accept I did anything wrong. My sister bullied my brother in front of everyone, and all I did was give her a taste of her own medicine.
She would have
Um,
had to have been sleeping with 2 men a month.
Okay, well,
Dude, she has to be seeking that shit out. How
Jittery
loose is that?
Goat, shout out to Jittery Goat, thinks that one person making personal attacks doesn't mean someone else should, especially since you weren't even in the argument to begin with.
yeah, no, I didn't even know her husband was there until they brought it up. That's not something you should say in front of someone's husband. Like, Luke, if I said something like that in front of your girlfriend, I think that would be a little too far.
Well,
But the sister was
I
being
still,
a fucking raging bitch, though.
Yeah, she was being a bitch, but like,
I still stand with my previous opinion. I think that like they're both assholes. However, the sister's less of the asshole.
I think the raging drunk sister who called the brother a virgin is more of an asshole.
What? How?
I agree with Luke here because it
Alright,
wasn't even really his
let's-
business, and like
Yeah,
he
I-
took it a little
I
step too
agree
far.
with Ask Jim here. You were looking out for your little brother and you fought with the truth. If your sister can't take the truth, she shouldn't dish it out. Also, shouldn't have kept it from her husband. I agree with that. That is the truth is the best policy.
Okay. Stop reading the comments. Let's just discuss this between us. I think they're both the assholes. However, I think the sister's less of an asshole because fucking like that. I don't know. I feel like a line is crossed when you go from like "shut up, you virgin," and then you literally slept with 100 men.
I feel like you're
Like I feel
thinking
like
of
a
it.
line has been crossed.
I feel like you're thinking it of as more of like a joke that she called like her brother a virgin. But by the way, this guy's 22 and a virgin. That can be kind of embarrassing for a guy, also. So I feel like
Oh, it is
Embarrassing.
embarrassing. No. Let's not pretend it's not. It is
yeah,
embarrassing. I'm not saying the sister's not in the wrong. Like the sister shouldn't have
no,
said that.
no.
But like I feel my argument is like I feel like a line has been crossed when she goes, "Shut up, virgin," and then the guy typing this is like, "You're a literal skank ass whore who slept with 100 men." Like I feel like a line's been crossed. You know what I mean?
Also, she described her sister as being a mean drunk, and I'm assuming that she probably had way too much to drink here. I just feel like the sister, the mean drunk sister, it was just I don't know.
Um,
It like in front of the whole family, like why are you even arguing loudly? And, like imagine being at like a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, okay? And your two cousins, or no, one of your cousins and their husband just start fucking arguing mid dinner, okay? And they're like, "This is you cheated on me with Sandy last year. Well, you cheated on me with Derek 4 months ago, bitch. What do you think?"
That would
Like, I feel like that'd be like
that would
such an
be kind of
awkward
wild. Yeah.
situation to be in. Like, I know that's like two different situations, but like I feel like like either way, it's still like an awkward situation to be in. Like, yeah, like your family and stuff. But
broken.
like,
I'll stop yapping.
No, I mean I agree with him. You know what I mean? Also, Cal's the only one with a colored tongue. Uh, uh, I low key like it's an uncomfortable situation to be in.
It is.
Again, I'm standing strong. They're both the assholes. I just think the sister's less of the asshole.
do you
I
want to know
think
what
they're
I
both
think? I
assholes.
think
Only
everyone
only because their insult was like less harsh.
I think everyone in this fucking story, all the siblings, are just raging fucking assholes. First of all, the raging drunk sister and the brother were fighting. That's obviously not a fucking thing that you need to be doing at like a family reunion or some shit. And then the
You
girl
shut
who's
up.
telling us the story just fucking laid it into her sister, which was deserved, but also still doesn't need to be like talk about it afterwards once the fucking family's left, man. Like you don't need to be doing that shit in front of everybody. And like especially with her husband around, like I would understand like if you want to keep some aspects of your past like private, especially if it's like that, because you can look
Oh
back at that and like
yeah,
be majorly
sure.
embarrassed by that. And having that said in front of like the whole family is majorly embarrassing. But I do understand why the sister said that and outed her because like obviously it's in the moment everyone's going to be kind of mad and pissed off because everyone's fucking arguing and all everyone wants to have is a good time and get their drink on.
I think bro's like, what is with all the yapping? Every other fucking one we've had like 10 words, and this one is just 10
Because this is
paragraphs
one
and
that's
6
actually like
stories.
controversial.
Because there's discussion about it.
Yeah.
I
The
zoned
more
out five
discussion, the
minutes
better.
ago.
Speaking of which, I have this. This is off brand for. I'm kind of running this like a podcast now, but this is off brand from Reddit. Uh, let's say you were approached by a man in a suit with glasses, right, with a briefcase, okay,
Okay.
and he opens the briefcase and he says in this and he shows you 60 million fucking cold ones, 60 million fucking
Beers?
green.
Oh.
No, 60 million Bud Lights. No, no. 60 million cold hard cash and says if you dump not dump if you ghost if you ghost your significant other for 6 months, no explanation, you can't tell them why, you just the moment you accept this money, you can't tell and you can't ever tell them why until the ghosting's over for
Uh-huh.
6 months, you
How
get
much
60
Yeah.
how
million
much
dollars.
money is
Yeah, I'm
this?
Are you doing
single. I'm single,
$60
yeah.
million? Well,
I don't have a
okay,
significant other.
no. We're saying hypothetically, like you've met like the love of your life, like you've had like the what are we gonna name our kids talk. You're like near proposal, like you found the love of your life.
I'm gonna
Are you taking?
say I'm gonna say no, honestly. I'm gonna say
You're
keep
a
it
They'd
where
bitch,
it's
man.
at.
probably move on.
I'm taking that, no hesitation.
I got a blicky. How's bro gonna leave?
I'm not taking the money. I think I'd rather stay in my one bedroom apartment with my small ass kitchen, but just
Small
be with
ass
the
dick?
person I'm
What?
cool with. Kitchen, you
But
fucking
dude,
idiot.
that is no. You're wrong.
Okay,
that
I
is
think it's
the
I think it's
Luke,
time
there's
to
okay,
move
no
on.
right or wrong, you fucking idiot. You asked a question
yes,
and
there
answer
is.
the
Okay,
answer. There's no right or
be-
wrong.
be-
I think
before I
it's time
crash
to
out at
move
Luke,
on.
Cal, what is your answer?
I think they're both the asshole. Oh wait, that's what you mean. I would not accept the money.
I think they're both the asshole.
Yeah, I wouldn't accept the money either.
Sorry, I'm a
Wait,
little
wait,
off
Cal, you're
topic
not
here.
accepting it?
No,
I
You're
rather,
out of your fucking mind.
dude,
You're
I rather keep the person I love rather than take 60 million fucking
Jesse.
dollars. Like we
Jesse,
can have fun in
organs
my
sell for
goddamn
a
guys,
lot.
Ferrari, but if I'm doing it alone, it's no fun.
Jesse,
guys,
organs sell for a lot of money.
guys, fucking okay. Let me present you with this. You take the money, you just save it for 6 months straight, and then the 6 months is over. You come back to her, $60 million richer, and just retire her. Baby
Move,
girl will not
notice
have to
they
work
moved
another day in
on,
her life.
and they have kids with some other guy. She's
Yeah,
pregnant.
All right,
she's
well,
moved on with her life.
contingency plan. Either you take the sixty
Kidnapper.
million dollar, you take the $60 million and then come back to her, and she didn't do that. And if she did, well, then you got 60 million fucking dollars.
Okay,
I'm still not taking the money.
it's time to move on to the next Reddit story. I think mine is so peak.
All right, so for the next one we got, am I the cat for taking back my dignity back? My name is Bucky the Cat, and I recently moved in with my new roommates. Female roommate is my favorite. She gives me wet food and churros, cuddles, and I graciously share my bedroom with her because of it. Last week, I heard her telling male
I've been
roommate that I make the cutest, happy, cheer up noise at dinner time when she brings me my wet food and it's her favorite thing. I was offended. I am not cute. I am the strong, silent type. The only time I promised at dinner
the
time to
alpha.
let her know she needs to feed me before I waste away, and now she is telling male roommate that I'm making cute noises like some pathetic kitten. I don't like my male roommate. He steals some of my cuddle time with the female roommate, and he chased me once trying to stick me in a box to go to the bad place. I accept churros from
The
him only under protest. I can't have him thinking I'm not manly and dignified. I immediately stopped making the happy dinner time chirp, and now my female roommate is a little sad when she gives me my wet food. I still yell at her to hurry, but no more cute noises. Am I the cat? I say she is for emasculating me in front of my male roommate, and male roommate is continuing to exist in our space. What do you guys think?
I think they're just the Sigma, and they're not the cloaca, not cat. Maybe you should like read it.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you, Cal. I'm gonna shoot the flame into your eye.
Please
Fuck's
don't.
sakes.
I don't think they're the asshole though, because they're just the strong silent type. They're just Sigma.
Yeah, I think this cat's in the right.
I think this cat's in the right. He just has aura.
Yeah.
By the way, we
This is
completely did
what
this one.
undeniable aura looks like.
We completely did this one as a joke to end off the video because I
Luke,
have a
shut the
feeling
fuck up. No,
that
we
this
didn't.
is going
This
to
is
get
completely serious.
No, what the fuck do you mean, joke?
anyways.
This is serious, Cal.
Yeah.
This is serious.
Oh,
Sure.
for fuck's sakes.
Luke, are you denying this man's problems?
No, his problems are severely real. I actually am really sorry for
What
what I
if
Wait,
said.
he identifies as a cat, Luke?
there's an image of him.
Are you
There's an
transphobic?
image of the cat. There's go down the comments to the OP. There's an image of him.
Oh shit, I clicked on something. Please don't be porn.
Bruh,
Look at him. Look how strong and silent he
this is
is.
the worst video ever. The worst shit
Okay, yeah,
I've
he's
ever
definitely the
seen.
strong silent type.
Look how Sigma he is.
Okay. Well, this has been reading Am I the Asshole stories with the fellas. With these two assholes, Jesse and Caleb.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I fucking
Let's be real here.
Jesse, you are the asshole.
I am not the asshole.
As I mentioned
There's no
previously, I
Cal's the
actually
asshole.
don't know if I mentioned this, but if I didn't, you'll probably see like a black screen with some text at the beginning saying this exact same thing now. This is going to be a lot longer and less edited of a video. It's pretty much just going to be the clips edited up that we've just recorded with some cutouts because Jesse says some things he shouldn't sometimes.
No,
Mhm.
guys, I'm not.
You're offensive, and that's okay. but it'll just stay.
I'm not
in,
offensive.
in,
Okay,
in,
don't
in
worry,
that
Jesse. We
universe.
still love you.
Don't
Yeah.
say the funny word.
So
I don't say the funny word that bad.
I'm gonna leave it off on just like the photo of this cat too. But this has been reading Am
That's
I the
Bucky.
Asshole
That's Bucky the
stories. Yeah,
cat right there.
that's Bucky right there. This has been Am I the Asshole Reddit stories. This is kind of more like a podcast episode actually. Should we like just
Bro,
name this
stop yapping and just end
podcast?
it off. Stop yapping, just end it off.